Hey everybody, I'm Jason Clermont from the JC Realty team at Lepage, Regina. With the spring market upon us, I thought it was important to reach out and let you guys know a couple tips for getting your home ready for the spring. So let's start in the utility room. Get down to your utility room and check the furnace filter. Make sure that your furnace filter is changed. It's probably a good idea to have a new furnace filter every 1 to 2 months anyway, but especially after the winter, you're going to want to get that filter changed. Might be a good time to check to see the last time you had your ducts changed or cleaned as well. So make sure that if you haven't had your ducts cleaned, especially if you have pets, it might be a good time in the spring here to get those ducts cleaned, get all that debris out from the winter. Check to see also, do you have an HRV or an air-to-air exchanger? You're going to want to pull that middle core right out and clean up the filters from that as well. The instructions are typically on the inside of your HRV unit. If you do have questions, by all means, you can get a hold of myself or somebody from our team, or you can contact a plumber and they'll be able to help you out as well. Do you have air conditioning? If you have air conditioning, you should probably have that tested, see how it's working, see how the fan's running. Is it cooling the home? You want to do that before it's plus 30 and the repairman is then in high demand, and you do typically pay a premium and have to wait. So get that checked when it's not super important to be cooling the house. And the water heater. So do you have a typical water heater? Is it rented? Is it owned? You should have the anode rod checked to see if it's time to replace that. Then head outside and turn your outside water back on. Make sure that the tap is open and see if there's any leaks coming from inside the house, getting that water to the outside taps. Hopefully not. And then make sure that the underground sprinklers weren't damaged. Any of the sprinkler heads or the underground lines. Make sure those weren't damaged over the winter. Hopefully you had the lines blown out prior to the winter settling in. So I like hiring somebody at this time typically to come aerate the lawn, make sure the underground sprinklers are working well, and put some fertilizer on. Check the foundation. So walk around the perimeter of your house and see if there's been any settling. If water will run back towards the foundation, then it's time to probably look at bringing up the grade and making sure that the slope is coming away from the foundation to get the water away from the house. At the same time, you're going to check your eaves troughs. So if you have a ladder, if you don't have the equipment, you should hire somebody to do this. But if you have a ladder and the right safety equipment, have a look in your eaves troughs, see if there's any debris that needs to be cleared away, and make sure that your downspouts are properly attached and functioning well to get the water away from the house. If you have some of those corrugated pipes that run underground, you want to check to make sure those aren't plugged, as it is nice to be able to have those and get the water away from the foundation. You want to make sure that those are working correctly. They do have the propensity to plug up, and the standard downspouts that extend away from the house above ground are typically more preferable and effective. So then check the eaves for debris. You might want to look to see if there's any debris, any evidence of shingle damage. You might be able to see some small pieces of asphalt in your eaves, and have a look to see if you've had any ice damming over the winter. We didn't have a huge snow load this year, so it shouldn't be too bad. But if you did, make sure that there's no roof penetrations, any leaks. Have a look to see if your shingles are starting to curl. Is it time to maybe look at replacing the shingles? Take a pail to your barbecue. This is something I like to do as well, because we've got grease traps that trap all the grease from your grill underneath your barbecue. Those typically will fill up with water and grime from over the winter, so you'll probably want to take a pail to the barbecue and dump that out, dispose of it properly. Yeah, that's pretty much it. If anybody has anything else to add to this list, obviously it's not a comprehensive list. It's just the things that I like to do around my house and to make sure that we're ready to go, as well as getting the golf clubs out and pressure washing the deck and those types of things. So hopefully you're following most of this stuff and you've knocked off most of this checklist already. If you do need help finding professionals to come and help you, by all means, you can contact us at jcrealty.com. Or our phone number is 306-779-2241, and I'm looking forward to hearing other suggestions that people might have as far as home maintenance for spring. Thanks.